Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday's Word. I'm Matt Sargent, the pastor for Andrew Chapel, United Methodist Church in Vienna, Virginia. Do you know the number one most requested hymn in all of Christianity? I bet you know it. That's right. It's Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Written in 1779 by John Newton. John Newton lived a very difficult young life. When he was about 6 years old, his mother, who was teaching him the faith, suddenly died. And then about 11 years old, he went off with his father in the shipping trade, and he soon became an apprentice. And it wasn't long before he rose up to the ranks of being a captain. And during that time, he really lost his faith. He began sailing slave ships, and he was known as being a very surly individual. He drank a lot, he cursed a lot, he didn't get along with anybody on the ship. But then he had a life-transforming moment once when there was a great storm on the seas, and he thought that his ship was going to sink. And it was during that time that he remembered his mother, and he remembered his faith, and it transformed him. It transformed him so much so that he gave up the slave shipping trade. He didn't believe in slavery anymore, and so he went off and tried to get other menial jobs, but that just wasn't enough for him. As his faith grew and grew and grew, he felt once again the call on his life to even be a pastor. And at 40 years old, he became an ordained elder. And really, Amazing Grace is a story about his life. When he was working for the first Sunday of the new year on a sermon, he wrote this glorious hymn that we all know and love. Let me share a little something with you from what Richard Neil Donovan says about this great hymn. He writes, "The hymn Amazing Grace is in a sense Newton's own story. It was amazing grace that saved him, and it was amazing grace that was the focus of his preaching. But amazing grace is the story of every Christian," says Donovan. "It is amazing grace that saves us, nothing else. No works of our hands or gifts of our wealth. It was amazing that God would love and save John Newton, but it is amazing that God would love and save any of us," says Donovan. "It is indeed a sweet sound to hear about it, but it is so amazing that it is hard to believe." Isn't that true? Well, believe it, my friend. Indeed it is. God's amazing grace reaches out and saves all of us, no matter our circumstances. So I have a real gift for you today. Jung Hee Lee Russell, our accompanist, is going to play Amazing Grace, but it is done by a different composer, so you will enjoy hearing it in a little bit different way. And for today, this will be our prayer. I hope you enjoy it and have a great week.